It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Monday, the 16th of August. I'm Michael Groff. Active weather for the first half of the week, an increasing chance of showers, thunderstorms, locally heavy rain, maybe some strong thunderstorms along the way as well. And then a dramatic change in the weather pattern by the end of the week and this weekend where we return to much drier conditions, but temperatures should remain below average. And of course, how long will that last before we see a return to monsoonal moisture? All right, let's get into it here. First, the Almanac from yesterday, 99 degrees, the afternoon high. 80 was the morning low, the normal high 105, the normal low 84. We picked up 0.02 of an inch of additional rain yesterday. That brings our monthly total to 0.96 of an inch. And for the monsoon, we are at 2.84 inches. So yes, we are already above my prediction for the entire season. Not too bad, with more rain potentially on the way. As we take a look outside now at 5:15 a.m., a few clouds out there right now, but it's an absolute sauna. 82 degrees presently at Sky Harbor, dew point at 73, relative humidity 74%. The winds are light and the barometer is steady. Here's a look at the radar, and we do have a couple of showers here just to the north of the valley, but most of the action is now over far southwest Arizona and southeast California. Those were the showers and storms that came through parts of the metro in the very early morning hours. And those are still bringing some gusty winds, blowing dust, and some light to moderate rain out that way, and they will continue to push to the west and diminish through the morning hours. The upper air look shows high pressure continues to sit just to the west of us over California, the Great Basin, and a continued east to northeasterly flow, bringing those storms off of the mountains into the lower desert. But this ridge will weaken rapidly as troughing develops over the Pacific Northwest, and that will become the dominant feature through much of the western states for the upcoming week and even into the weekend, and that will ultimately dry us out here. Here's the watch warning map. Of course, the first thing of note here, tropical storm warnings over parts of Florida and Alabama in anticipation of Fred, and we've got flash flood watches down there as well. In the Pacific Northwest, still excessive heat warnings, air quality alerts, heat advisories, fire weather watches, all of the stuff we've been dealing with all summer up there. But the good news is much of that is going to come to an abrupt end with much cooler temperatures in here for the next several days. Of course, I don't think it's the end of summer up there, but certainly a welcomed break. And here in Arizona, of course, we still have our flash flood watch. It's been extended until 2 a.m. Tuesday morning. So we will see the continued threat of rain, heavy rain that could lead to flood or flash flooding in and close to the watch area. Here's the convective outlook for today. The slight risk of severe storms, again with Fred, could see some spin-up tornadoes as that makes landfall. That's always a big risk when you have any landfalling tropical system. And of course, here in the southwest, a marginal risk of severe storms for much of central and southern Arizona. And the primary threat from the strongest storms today will be, of course, strong, gusty, damaging straight-line winds, maybe a microburst or two as well, as these storms make their way off the rim and into the lower deserts. Okay, let's take a peek at the tropics here. The Atlantic Basin rather busy right now. We've got three systems of concern out here. Tropical Storm Fred, Tropical Depression Grace, and Tropical Depression number 8. All right, first of all, this is Fred, and it's approaching the Florida coast, will make landfall later. And again, it's expected to remain as a tropical storm. It's starting to get better organized, but it's still encountering quite a bit of shear out there. So this will be somewhere near Destin, Fort Walton Beach area. And it'll move up toward Dothan and then into Georgia and Tennessee and weaken. But again, a few tornadoes are possible with this landfalling tropical system. Mostly this is just going to be a big mass of rain, though, with some minor storm surge concerns there. And then we have Tropical Depression Grace, and this is expected to return to tropical storm status eventually here as it clips the Caribbean islands, moving south of Cuba, and just passing on the northeastern tip of the Yucatan and then moving out into the Gulf of Mexico. And what happens from there is still anybody's guess, but the National Hurricane Center officially keeps it as a tropical storm this entire time. It is possible once it gets out toward the central and western Gulf, it may intensify there, but now it looks like landfall would be somewhere on the Mexican coast. Of course, we have to watch this. This can change, but that's how it looks right now. And then we have Tropical Depression number 8. And this is just going to swirl around out there by Bermuda, kind of do the loop-de-loo out there, and should intensify to a tropical storm. Once it does, it will get the name Henri, or Henry with an I if you prefer. Here's the precipitation outlook. This is valid through next Monday morning from the WPC. Rain amounts in Phoenix around 1/4 of an inch, with somewhat heavier totals east of us over the east central and southeastern portions of the state. But, as I always tell you when showing this map, any one spot can get more than what's shown here. Any thunderstorm can put down very heavy rain in short order, especially with this incredibly wet air mass that we have overhead. We'll talk about what's going on with this weather pattern now in more detail as we get into modeling. Here we go. This is the GFS. It's the 06Z run, valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Our ridge of high pressure is breaking down, shortwave energy moving in from the east. We also have a trough developing over the Pacific Northwest. So, down at the surface today, the short version is partly sunny, warm, and very humid. Highs this afternoon, mid-90s to around 100. Scattered showers and thunderstorms that we have ongoing right now across southwest Arizona and southeast California will diminish, but storms will redevelop over the high country and eastern Arizona and make their way west and southwestward toward the lower deserts. Now, that all sounds well and good, but the devil is in the details, as I always say, and how this plays out and how it evolves, well, that's up for debate. Our convective allowing models are giving us some mixed signals here. This is our WRF model at 5 o'clock this afternoon, and it's got a batch of showers and storms coming off the rim, another one over southeast Arizona, and a merging of cells somewhere over the lower deserts. And when we get these organized storms, these outflow boundaries that collide, it can certainly lead to a widespread thunderstorm outbreak, one that could produce some severe storms, damaging straight-line winds, and of course, very heavy rain with this atmosphere being as juiced up as it is. But, you know, this is just a simulated radar product. The radar is not going to look exactly like this at 5 o'clock this afternoon, and some of our other models indicate that storms will come in much later this evening or overnight. Some of them show rather isolated to only widely scattered coverage. Others are very robust, like the WRF here. So for now, we'll just have that chance of storms this afternoon. We'll increase to a 50% chance for tonight. Otherwise, we are mostly cloudy and we'll continue with warm and humid conditions, lows in the 70s to around 80. And then tomorrow, all right, here comes a trough into the Pacific Northwest. And out ahead of it, we're going to see these little vortexes and these disturbances, along with a jet streak coming in from the south. We don't see this too often in the month of August, some enhanced jet dynamics. So that should aid in shower and thunderstorm development. And again, the air mass will be wet. So any storms that develop, well, they will be capable of producing some very heavy rain in short order. And storms could just pop up about any time tomorrow and just about anywhere. They'll be favored over the mountains, but we could certainly see them here in the desert too. So we'll go with a 40% chance of rain, heavy at times, and high temperatures, again, mid to upper 90s. Then on Wednesday, that trough starts to shift to the east. And as it does, we're going to start to see an axis of drier air coming in. The flow aloft is going to switch out of the west, and that's going to push drier air in here. So at least the first half of the day on Wednesday still has that chance of showers and storms, but as we get to the afternoon and certainly by the evening, that chance is going to decrease from west to east. Highs on Wednesday still in the mid-90s or so. And then by Thursday, troughing continues over the northern Rockies, moving out into the northern plain states. Negative height anomalies continue through much of the western continental United States. So, with westerly flow, temperatures are going to remain below average, but conditions will be drier. Humidity levels will be gradually coming down. And high temperatures on Thursday and Friday still only in the mid to upper 90s, so we'll be below average. And then going into the weekend, troughing will continue to be the dominant feature as we see more shortwave energy over the Pacific Northwest, transitioning eastward north of Arizona. High temperatures are going to warm up at least a little bit with that drier air in place. We're still in that under the influence of that August sun, so relatively high sun angle. So we're going to warm up some, back to around 100, maybe 102 by Sunday. And the rain chances are going to stay away from us. Now, by Sunday, there could be a little bit of moisture that starts to seep back into southeast Arizona for some isolated storms there. But here in Phoenix, we're going to stay dry for several days. All right, here's a week from today. This is Monday, the 23rd. Still have an impressive upper low over the Pacific Northwest. High pressure is well to the east of us over the southern plains and the Gulf Coast region. A southerly flow would develop here as a result of that rather deep upper low, though. So even though it's not what you would call a traditional monsoon setup, this could be enough to bring some moisture into central and eastern Arizona for a return to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms. But, you know, this is a week out, and the timing and placement of this feature, this is all subject to change, but that's how it looks right now. Then, as we go out 10 days, this is Wednesday, the 25th. And now that upper low is moving into the northern plains. High pressure is trying to expand back out here into the southwest. More of a monsoonal setup is trying to get going here. So this run actually shows a rather robust coverage of showers and storms by the middle part of next week. I'm not so sure if we'll see numerous showers and storms, but certainly moisture will pick up once more. Here's a look at rainfall for Phoenix. This runs out through the rest of the month. Coming off of the European ensemble, the mean is up there around 0.8 of an inch. You can see things flatline quite a bit here by the time we get to the latter part of the week and the weekend, and then pick up by the middle part of next week once more with better rain chances. But it does appear that we're going to have an extended break from the monsoon, again, late in the week, this weekend, and maybe early next week as well. And then temperatures off the national blend of models sort of reflect this as well. Highs staying below average all the way to the weekend and then getting back somewhat to near normal levels. I don't think anybody here actually thought that we were going to go the rest of the summer without having a few more days where we're up around 105 or 106, 107. This is still August, folks. Come on. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here tomorrow morning. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and click that notification bell so that whenever a brand new video is posted, you'll get the notice. Your comments, questions, and suggestions, they're always encouraged as well. I thank you so very much for watching. It is always appreciated. You guys be safe, stay cool, stay hydrated out there. Enjoy the rain where you can find it, and have yourselves a terrific Monday.